perfectly clear to the congressman and to Reverend Cornelius that we've had some good church music tonight, but that does not substitute your showing up in church. Still got to go in the book. I am honored to be able to come and stand before these honorees this evening. This is an auspicious crowd of folk who have done great things in this community. Let me offer my congratulations at this time. When I was thinking about what to say about folk who have done great things, my mind went back to history. And I remember that there was a town outside of Tulsa, Oklahoma. The name of the town was Greenwood, Oklahoma. Some folk called it the Black Wall Street. They tell me that in this town outside of Tulsa, they had everything. They had banks, they had casinos, they had hotels, all owned by black folks. They had everything that the big city had, and sometimes even more. They controlled the politics of the community. They controlled a part of it called Little Africa, where they were able to elect congressmen and senators and everyone from the great state of Oklahoma. A town in and of itself. They called it modern. They called it majestic. They called it sophisticated and unapologetically black. Little Africa was a hotbed. But many of you all may know that the Gap Band came from Tulsa, Oklahoma. And they made a song that said, "You dropped the bomb on me." You dropped the bomb on me. Now, you dropped the bomb on me wasn't about some hot chick that came along and broke somebody's heart. It was a literal expression that Little Africa was actually bombed from above the sky. They wanted to get rid of them so bad. They sent helicopters and federal agents up to get rid of Little Africa. And that's why they wrote the song, "You Dropped the Bomb on Me, baby." Well, when I thought about it, we didn't have a name in Winston-Salem, but we too had a powerful, powerful black community at one time in our history. We had a bus company. We had restaurants, Mark Chris, the College Grill. We had retail stores, catering businesses. We had AAA radio that gave us the news from our perspective. We had Winston-Salem Teachers College back then. And we had 4 powerful black high schools. Atkins, Paisley, Carver, and Anderson. I remember when homecoming was a citywide event. It didn't matter if you had a 3rd grade education or a PhD. Everybody went to homecoming, and you went from house to house, and they chitlins and pigs. We had a strong community in this town. We had folks who were making plenty of money working for R.J. Reynolds, and sisters who were proud, dressed up, coming from number 8, where they made an honest wage and were able to send their children to college and beyond. We had funeral homes and great pastors like Kelly O. P. Goodwin, Reverend Ballard, and Reverend Drake, Morty C. Hay. We had powerful churches that were doing magnificent things in this community. Credit unions, and of course our beloved funeral homes. Corporal Russell Gilmore and Mr. Brown, who you couldn't get anything done without passing through Mr. Brown. We had great leaders, just like the leaders we honor this evening. So when I thought about that time, and I thought about the people who continue to carry on this legacy, for just a few minutes, and I'm not going to keep you long, I want to speak from a topic that simply says, unapologetically a leader. Unapologetically a leader. The Temptation said it like this: "I know you want to leave me, but I refuse. If I got to beg and plead for your sympathy, I don't mind. But you mean that much to me, I ain't too proud to beg." Unapologetic for the Temptation. Unapologetic. They didn't care. They were going to beg for that woman. They were going to get her back. Unapologetic. Then we moved forward, and Jennifer Hudson said it like this. It was actually a holiday. She said, "I'm telling you, I'm not going. You're the best man I ever known, and there's no way. No way I'm going." She said, "Stop the river, push strike and kill. I ain't going. Unapologetic. I ain't going. I'm not apologizing for it, but I'm not going. And those are the kind of leaders we have to have. Unapologetic for standing up for the people in your community. Unapologetic for making your business work and giving it back to the community. Unapologetic for standing up sometimes for folk who have done wrong. Unapologetic to love Winston-Salem and your community. Now, what do unapologetic leaders need? Well, they need to understand that sometimes you got to make it do what it do. Sometimes you got to make it do what it do. You know how it is. Sometimes you can't get out there to that cemetery on time. But you got to make that phone call to get somebody to dig that grave. You got to make it do what it do. Sometimes y'all got some folk that y'all in the undertaker business get, and we don't even recognize it. But we get back there in them embalming rooms and we go and view the body and say, Lord, she looked better than she did when she was alive. Make it do what it do. You know you down there running some mean old snakes down there. But you know how to make it do what it do, because you can turn to the Bible on them. Shame them and feed them with kindness. You got to make it do what it do. Leaders, unapologetically, make it do what it do. Turn situations that seem like it's not going to work out and work them out some kind of way. That's what unapologetic leaders do. Next, unapologetic leaders drive the Chevy to the levee, even if the levee is dry. Unapologetic leaders drive the Chevy to the levee. You're going to make it go. Make it happen. Make it work. I don't care if the news ahead says that the levee is dry. You're going to go anyhow. You're going to press your way to find a way to make it work for somebody else. It takes dedication. It takes family values. It takes folks working together and looking beyond yourself and seeing the need of somebody else. That's what driving the Chevy to the levee does. Unapologetic leaders don't mind if you see them sweating.
That's right.
Unapologetic leaders don't mind if you see them sweating. I know that many days Larry Dion Hamlin had to sweat to get that theater festival together. He had to sweat to come out here and make people believe in his dream. He had to go out and beg from folk and do some things that he probably did not want to do. His dream turned into a reality, but it wasn't without some sweat. It wasn't without blood, sweat, and tears. I know that many of you have labored long and hard in many days and have had to work and do things that weren't a part of your job assignment. See, when you're a leader, you got to know how to do all the jobs. You got to be prepared to stand in when the janitor didn't clean the bathroom. You got to be prepared to stand in there when the accountant didn't get there to write the checks. You got to write them yourself. Somebody got to do it. And you need to learn that, and you got to sweat sometimes. But unapologetic leaders don't care if you see them sweat. They get the job done.
Yes, sir.
Unapologetic leaders understand that sometimes you have to pick up the pieces. This thing doesn't work like a machine. These things fall apart. A business is a hard thing to run. Russell Funeral Home, 75 years is a long time. Many broken pieces have come. And we all go in on broken pieces. Many days, every day, we go in on broken pieces. But as leaders, you have to pick up the pieces. Pick up the pieces for people that sometimes you don't even like. Pick up the pieces for some folks who you know talk about you. Pick up the pieces for some folks who you know you never gonna get that money for burying their mama, but you gotta do it anyway. You gotta pick up the pieces. You know me, there's a lot of the kids when they come to the recreation center, they're not gonna be able to get a uniform, and mama not gonna give them one, but you're gonna get them one anyhow. They got to pick up the pieces and make it work. Real leaders pick up the pieces. Real leaders press on. Real leaders press on. The day may seem dark and it seems like the day has more hours than you have things to do. But guess what? Real leaders press on.
Yes, sir.
Real leaders understand that the doors may look like they're about to close, but somehow we're going to make a way and keep these doors open for the people of this community. You press on. When times get hard, you understand that you have to press on. When the money gets funny, you realize that little becomes much when you place it in the master's hand.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Some days you might not be able to pay yourself, or be able to get a check, but you press on anyhow because the folks in the community need you. So, told you I wasn't going to be long, but the moral of my story is, keep doing what you're doing. Make it do what it do. Press on all the way. Keep picking up the pieces and keep God's hand in your hand. And you can unapologetically say, to God be the glory.
Oh, yeah. I tried. I leave it.